What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab with another quest build. I have the template here to my official Joe Johnson hatch that I cook up every year. This thing has an RBC name and can put the pill in the cup in a plethora of different ways. This could be a great first option for any squad running rec or even at the park. It can shoot, it can score, it can make plays. It is a strong, girthy behemoth at the 2-guard position, and basically is an underrated, well-rounded freak of nature like Joe Johnson. And this blueprint right here is going to play very similar to how he played after Jerry Stackhouse pushed him off the rim. Basically, you're going to end up with the offense-heavy 2-guard. This is not a meta build. This is going to be RBC through and through and play eerily similar to how Joe Johnson played in real life. So jumping right in, we're going to make this at shooting guard. You're going to be 6'7", 231 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan. We do want that 85 3 ball. So follow along to a T to get this name, and then tinker at your own discretion in your builder. It's up to you, but we're getting that offense heavy 2-guard that plays just like Joe Johnson. And so we're going to get our close shot up to an 86 because he scores inside on any peanut that tries to guard him. Then we're going to get our driving layup to a 70. We're going to get our driving dunk only to a 40, but that is going to unlock, I believe it's hangs off of 2 and a couple rim grazers. So you will be able to dunk if you have a runway and you have an open lane. It's not like you're punting dunk on this build, at all. I've already gotten a few dunks at the rec, just in transition, just attacking the cup. We're going to be punting standing dunk on a shooting guard build, but we're going to get our post control all the way to a 92. That is what's really crucial on this build. It gives us those gold unpluckable and basically every possibility to score in the post with all those animations, drop stepper, post spin, dream shake. But then shooting, we're going to max out our midi and our 3-ball to a 93 and 85. That's going to give us Hall of Fame catch and shoot, gold deadeye, Hall of Fame guard up, gold claymore, and bronze limitless. We're also going to get our free throw to an 80 because we want to be able to go to the stripe and knock down those free throws, especially in late game situations. That's free points on silver. We're not punting free throw this year. We're making these rec builds 5-on-5. We're going to play basketball the right way. But shooting wise, this thing's an absolute 3-level threat. I think if you change some of the specs and tinker is very specific, you become a 2-way 3-level playmaker, which is kind of hot, or even a 2-way diming 3-level threat, which seems to be the meta this year. But this offense heavy 2-guard can score at all 3 levels, and then it can also make plays. We're going to get our pass actually all the way to a 91. I believe you need at least an 87 or higher to get the offense heavy name. We're going to get our ball handle to an 87, again another name thresh. Then we're going to get our speed with ball to a 78. Again, another name thresh. So if you do tinker a couple of these, it might change the name. And again, we want that offense heavy 2-guard name because that is RBC through and through, off rip on God swear, left side curtains. We don't want to be playing on a meta build, especially if you're going to be making a secondary build. Most of you have probably already cooked up your first hatch. And so if you're looking to make another hatch after rebirth, this thing's going to be absolutely gruesome with that RBC. And albeit it is offensive heavy, it can play defense. We're going to go down to our perimeter defense here and put this up to an 88. That's going to give us gold challenger. Then we're going to get our interior defense to a 52 because that's going to go up when our strength goes up. We're going to keep our steelies at a 48. We're going to be punting block on this build, but we are going to get our offense rebound to a 60. So I've tinkered a couple different variations on this build. I've had an 83 defensive rebound to get silver rebound chaser, but then you're changing other attributes in other areas. I really like the 60 offensive rebound on this build. It gives you that bronze rebound chaser, and you are going to be operating out of the post and mid-wing type area. And so when you do get a peanut on you, start to back down, you get Hall of Fame post playmaker to kick it out. But if you do go up and a big comes over and helps out, and you end up missing the shot, you can grab another offensive rebound because you do have a decent offensive rebound and grab it when it comes to you. Similarly, when you want to crash the glass, if it's not coming to you when you're in the interior, you can also help out and get another possession for your squad. Whereas defensive rebounds, you're going to be playing with bigs, and you're not necessarily going to be going and getting crazy defensive rebounds if you're playing with true bigs this year. Not saying we need to punt that, but it's not as crucial as opening up another playstyle with offensive rebounds. And then speed and acceleration, we're going to get these both to a 75. If you want to max out speed and acceleration, be my guest. It's your ability, you can do whatever you want. But we're going to get our strength all the way to a 92. That's going to give us Hall of Fame physical handles, gold bulldozer, gold brick wall, and gold immovable enforcer. Again, you also have gold fearless finisher with the close shot and gold back down punisher. So this thing is a bruising monster a la Joe Johnson. The strength was a huge part of his game. He was just bigger, stronger, faster than all of his opponents, and just stopped jumping because of Jerry Stackhouse. But we're still going to get our vertical to a 67 because that's going to unlock a couple badges. It's going to be Aerial Wizard on silver again for those offensive rebound opportunities. Then put the rest on stamina to a 99. This build does not get tired. We're going gold 94 feet and gold workhorse with silver handles for days. Alright, giving this Joe Johnson template a once over. This thing has crazy post game with a midi and a 3-ball that can hit from anywhere on the wood. It has really nice handles, can play great perimeter defense, and is strong AF. This thing's physically imposing. The play style on this build, you're going to want to be a little bit more methodical. You're not trying to just run and gun. You're not an inside out threat or a 3-level threat who is just trying to get, to point A to point B as fast as they can. You're going to really try to outmaneuver your opponent's weaknesses. You're going to be playing chess. This isn't a checkers build. So if you have a peanut on you, go to the post, back him down, drop step, post spin technician, post fade phenom. If you have a bigger guy on you, take him outside, kind of try to isolate a little bit. But then it can play in any different scenario because you are an offense heavy 2-guard, so a lot of defenders are going to be glued to you to the perimeter, but you have gold brick wall, so go set some off ball screens, and that should actually free you up to create some miscommunication against your opponent. This thing is not just a standstill, cone waiting for the pill. It can have the ball in its hands. It can create for others. That 91 pass accuracy is crazy with sufficient ball handle. And then again, your opponents are going to see offense heavy 2-guard, but it can play defense. That 88 perimeter defense coupled with the speed and acceleration, you can stay in front of, quick shifty defenders, but the 92 strength defensively, you're seeing a completely different game on that end of the court this year in 2K24. With high strength, you can really latch on to ball handlers, and they can't get away from this type of 6'7" strong type wing. It's not technically a two-way in the name, but this thing really can clamp up. It can contest shots, and it's just a menace to try to get around. You're gonna have people in hell trying to get out of jail because they cannot get away from this girthy behemoth on the wood. And again, you're gonna end up with arguably one of the rarest names in all of 2K24, which is my Joe Johnson template, the offense heavy 2-guard. As you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, Joe Johnson's my favorite player of all time. I would love to embody his skill set, which to me doesn't really have a weakness offensively. So basically you can just take advantage of any weakness the defender that they put on you has, and you can cook up scoring from all 3 levels, making plays for your team, playing good sound homegrown defense while being an absolute hoss to deal with that strength. Joe Johnson's the most underrated player in NBA history. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this blueprint. I want to keep my finger on the pulse of the community of the Sparrow Soldiers. So you know what time it is. Quest Sparrow.